Hey, what's up, guys? As requested, I'm gonna be reviewing a video by a guy called George Lifts. It's a full day of eating. He's a 14-year-old bodybuilder from Britain. Alright, he eats meat and eggs, but what is he using there? Is that margarine? I can't recognize the brand. And even if I could, I probably wouldn't even know it. Correct me if I'm wrong, but that's what it looks like. If it actually is margarine, then it's made out of seed oils, of course. Even if it's a butter and margarine mix, which means guaranteed atherosclerosis in the future. And seeing as you have a lot of stress from the working out already, which can cause heart failure or a heart attack anyway, then combining that with seed oils is just guaranteed problems for your arteries. Can be a stroke also. Really, there's not even much of a way around it, especially when you start this young. He also eats some grain sludge. That's kind of common nowadays in Britain, innit?
So, welcome back to a new YouTube video.
Lovely, he's outside. 1 month in the year you can do that in the UK, innit? I'm not even joking. That's how long it's warm enough. Then you gotta go back inside. Sometime in the middle of June and July.
In today's video, we're going to be going over a full day in the life, bulking, everything I eat in a day to gain weight.
It's crazy that 14-year-olds, actually he started when he was 13, at least the channel, maybe even before that, get brainwashed to do bodybuilding today, which is actually body destruction, of course. If this guy continues, he's gonna look 30 when he's 20, maybe even older. And that's without any PEDs. If he hops on that also, then it's just over. And it seems like most of them do eventually, because they can't get big enough.
Natty or not?
What do you think, bro? I'm 22.
You're 22 years old? Really?
Yeah.
That's it?
The heaviest I ever was 82 and a half. So I want to get back to there. I know I'm going in a good direction. But yeah, to be showing you everything I eat today, starting off with 5 eggs.
The bodybuilders back in the day used to eat raw eggs. David Beckham, the football player, he also drank a lot of raw eggs. His father made him do that. He understood that it's important for him. That's why he developed so well. I'm not saying that you should just buy any random eggs and drink them raw, seeing as the chickens today are not healthy. But if it's good eggs from a local farm, from healthy chickens that roam around, eat insects, of course it's just natural, normal eggs. There's nothing wrong with food in its natural form. You would be getting way, way more nutrients.
Just finished up my eggs. Now I've got a bowl of cornflakes, I've got a glass of milk, and I've got a glass of apple juice. This
Cornflakes, oh my god. Cornflakes even have microplastics inside of them. But besides that, there's also glyphosate, which makes you infertile. It's total garbage. Just look at a cornflake. Just look at it. Not with your brainwashed mind, which is connected to your eyes, and that's why your senses are all messed up, and you think that that's food. No. Open up your eyes, your mind, and look at it really what it is. And that's not food whatsoever. How can you eat that? It's complete poison. It's a complete waste product. It's actually a waste product that was processed into food for the slaves.
breakfast is what I have every day. I used to have this while I
It doesn't look like he's living in a bad place. Usually in the UK, to have such a big garden, which is big for UK standards, I used to live there, I know that you would have to have some money. The family can't be that badly off, meaning that he could easily afford eating proper food, even if it's all cooked. There's no need to eat super cheap cornflakes for the slaves.
I was on prep, but I just carried on having it while I've been bulking because, you know, I take one of my biggest, like, highest calorie meals of the day. So I do eat about 6 meals a day, but this one is probably one of my favourites. Today, as it's Monday, we're going to be going to school, so I'll also be showing you, like, the food I'm eating while I'm at school.
Actually, most of the cornflakes today also have seed oils. Combine that with the margarine, in a few decades, atherosclerosis. Yeah, if he continues like this.
Yeah, grab this now, and then we'll get ready for school.
Yeah, for UK standards, that's a big house, because usually you just have this narrow alley in the back, that's it.
After I had my breakfast, I was watching some Will Tennyson. He's just done.
Oh my god, Will Tennyson. Oh my god, I told you. I told you. I need to keep making videos about that guy, maybe after all. I wanted to stop because he's just unbearable to watch, but I reviewed a lot of videos of that guy, and I was telling you in those videos that he's brainwashing young guys to do that. I told you that all of them do that. And here you have some random British 14-year-old guy who already started when he was at least 13, maybe even when he was younger. He has no idea what he's doing. His parents, I checked out the other videos, seem to encourage him doing that also, which is even worse. He should be living a completely different life. He was just a child not that long ago. And this is how he starts off as a young adult. It's basically already a ruined life if somebody's not going to wake him up. And it's probably not going to happen because he's going to get more encouragement from social media, YouTube, Instagram, or whatever, which is going to push him to continue even more, just to destroy his health and his whole life. Because that's what happens when you do body destruction. Because that's all that it is.
A new video, you know, it's pretty good actually. I enjoyed it. I always watch all of his videos just because all of them are always quite interesting and that. But yeah, just getting ready now. I will, when I go downstairs, I'll show you what I'm having for my mid-morning meal and my lunch, because I'm bringing them to school obviously. So this is what I have for my mid-morning and my lunch. For my mid-morning, I've got myself a sausage sandwiches, well, sausage bagel with 3 sausages in it, and I also have a squares bar. I have that at 10:30, and then we have lunch at 1 o'clock, and I'll have my chicken bagel. I also have a grenade bar.
Yeah, he's stuffing himself full of seeds for the most part. At the very least, it's 50% of the diet so far, which is of course horrible. Birds don't even eat seeds for the most part. They eat insects, which is meat. Meaning that you're eating worse than a bird. That says it all. Humans are not supposed to be eating seeds. Not only are you eating processed seeds, seeds are the most toxic part of the plant, the seeds are also sprayed with, like I said before, glyphosate. That's what you find in the cornflakes, but also all kinds of other pesticides, herbicides in all of these plants. Oh man, yeah, his health will be ruined if it isn't already. He already looks kind of exhausted. I think that I see dark eye circles and eye bags already.
And 2 rice cakes with peanut butter in. So yeah, I'll have the sausage sandwich and squares at 10:30 and the others at 1 o'clock when I have my lunch. We're on last lunch at the moment at school. We used to be on first, so we used to have our lunch at like 12 o'clock, but now moved.
And there in the mirror, that's probably his father filming him. And his father also works out, like I said. I checked out the channel. Yeah, that's what's going on today. Really horrible, and it's even worse because he starts so young. this is the age when he should be growing and developing, using the testosterone to increase the vocal cord length so that his voice is deeper, and all the other parts of the body. And instead he's using the testosterone to grow his muscles, meaning that everything else isn't gonna grow as well. And the diet is also not really good, obviously, which is even worse, meaning that he's not gonna develop during puberty the way he naturally should. Most of the best developed guys out there, as far as hormonal development goes, which is the biggest part of it, did nothing during their puberty. All that you need to do is eat good food and don't expose yourself to any stress. He's kind of doing the opposite. We'll see how it goes. What bloody fucking hell? It's a blue sky. That's 1 or 2 days in the whole year. I'm not even kidding. That's like winning the lottery almost. Crazy. We got lucky. It's the first video that is set in Britain, which I'm reviewing, that doesn't have a grey sky.
The way to school now. Tell you what, it's absolutely boiling today. It's one of the warmest days of the year today. It's like 29 degrees. Well,
29 fucking bloody hell, mate. Actually, that is warm for the UK. But usually when it's like 20, people say it's boiling hot in it.
The NABA British Finals bodybuilding show a few weeks ago, and I came third. But yeah, I was weighing in at like 73.
Wait, why do they even allow 14-year-olds to compete? That alone proves that they are pushing it onto the youth.
Kilo that show. Now I'm back up to 81.6. I weighed myself this morning. So I'm still just building my way up. But as I said earlier on in the video, I was at 82.5 at my biggest. So when I get to there, I know I'm in a good spot. But I'm just slowly making my way back up to where I was, and hopefully just trying to gain more and more size. My goal weight for the end of the year, or the end of this off.
He wants to become big. For whatever reason. Usually it's some kind of insecurity because you don't feel big enough. In very few cases it can just be brainwashing, which would in this case come from Will Tennyson, as he said himself. I never saw any young so-called bodybuilders. It's all new. It's not as if anybody in nature would do anything even close to that. There's nothing like that, meaning that it's a completely man-made idea that was implanted in his head. Point being, he wants to get bigger, but when you get this big, the same way as it is when you get obese from too much fat, maybe he's going to be overweight, maybe he's not going to be obese. To actually be obese, usually you need to hop on some PEDs. But when he's 15, 16, he's probably going to be obese, if he isn't already. Probably not yet. And he will stop going to the gym eventually. 99% of people do. The very few that do it until the end just drop dead in their 40s and 50s because it's too much stress. And then he will lose all the excess weight, which is unnatural for the body. And then he will have a hanging skin everywhere. That's something that these people don't even think about, because nobody tells them this, because nobody warns them about it.
Season is 90 kilo, which is 200 pounds, a nice round number. I think it'd be pretty cool. But to be fair, it's just about gaining as much muscle as I can for obviously the show next year. But yeah, I only have
Yeah, but what kind of a show? Why do you want to impress some random people? Why do you need attention from random people? That's what you should be asking yourself in the first place. Why am I doing this at all? Just sit down in the sun, ideally. Think about what's going on in your life, why you're at this point, what happened. Because clearly you're not getting the attention that you want. And if his father is into that, and it's clear that he is, then his father will only give him the attention that he wants naturally if he does the bodybuilding. Otherwise, the father would just give him the attention and the love that he naturally wants from a father. Meaning that, really, I think that the father here is the biggest problem. Because if a child gets the love that the child requires, then he doesn't feel like he needs to do anything more to impress the father, to get the attention from the father. At the end of the day, bodybuilding is a lack of attention, whatever kind of attention it may be. And if a 14-year-old guy feels like he needs to do this to get the attention, then he's not getting the attention in his actual real life. He's not getting the attention which he really wants. And in the first place, that's always the attention from your family. Yeah, you can tell that he has eye bags at the age of 14, which is actually insane and really alarming. Yes, he also eats cornflakes and bread. That may add to it, but still, so much stress all the time. Going to school is also stressful, but then on top of that, going to the gym, I don't know how often he goes, probably pretty often. Yeah, that will do it.
Their assembly, which is always alright as well. So, just on my way back from school now. Tell you what, it was an alright day. It's been absolutely boiling though, I'm dripping.
Tell you what, it was a lovely day in the red brick building, innit? Rice has arsenic, that's horrible. And again, this is a complete waste product. Look at the packaging, look at how cheap it is. You're eating sugar with tons of toxins. That's it. It's sugar with toxins. It's poison for the slaves. And then also a protein shake. We'll see what kind. And this also has microplastics inside, by the way. And just in case you don't understand why I'm even mentioning them, microplastics were found in the testicles of men. And seeing as he's already using up his testosterone for the working out instead of growing and developing, he will of course also not be able to produce as much of it if everything is full of microplastics. And microplastics were also found in the arteries, leading to atherosclerosis even more.
I'm just going to sit in the garden and have this. I absolutely love this protein shake. It's the cherry cola from CNP. Just tastes really, really nice. And then it's probably one of my favourite meals of the day, just because can't go wrong with a nice bowl of cereal. And then when the protein shake's really nice as well. Just a nice little drink to sip on.
Yeah, it's really sad that the people grow up today and look at that and just think that it's actual real food. I'm not blaming him. I grew up the same way. Because there's nobody out there to tell you what you're supposed to eat.
It's probably going to be very hot, but yeah.
Yeah, and the father drives him to the gym. It's clear what's going on.
Should be a good session. Let's go.
Oh my god, the sign there, results, not excuses. Just pushing people to do something that they hate. He hates doing it. But because of the brainwashing and the pressure from the family, he does it. Nobody on earth wants to do it, let alone some 14-year-old guy. Yeah, and then you flex, which is also essentially just a sign of insecurity. Because you want to show us that you're bigger, you're getting bigger. Why do you want to be bigger? Only to get attention from other people, meaning that your whole life revolves around getting this attention from other people. Maybe not his whole life. And there's for sure something natural to it in the sense that you want to be liked by other people. But this is not the way to do it anyway, because if you want attention from girls, they will more so look away. And if you want attention from your father because you're getting bigger in the gym, that's not a healthy relationship either. You're not going to be getting the right kind of attention from anybody this way anyway. Man, I would hope that he will snap out of this, but it just doesn't seem like it. It seems like he's really deep into it. Really, just one look at Will Tennyson should tell you that it's all wrong, because he looks super old from the bodybuilding alone. Apparently, he is a natural bodybuilder, as if there was such a thing, seeing as it's unnatural in itself to do it. But as far as not using any steroids goes, still, he looks super old, has really bad dark eye circles, eye bags, really unhealthy guy. But no, people ignore that. They just look at his body, and if they are insecure themselves and they want to get bigger, they will follow his advice. Really, all that you want is to be taller, and maybe not even really so much that. Also, just to have bigger bones, bigger hands, wrists, and so on, which you can easily get by eating naturally and by developing well, hormonally. Being big is almost only hormonal. It's when you're healthy, especially during puberty. But when you go to the gym, you're gonna achieve the opposite. You're gonna get bigger muscles, which will eventually fade away, but your bones will not develop.
So, just got back from the gym now. I'm having my dinner. I've got my chicken, rice, cucumber, and then I've got my...
Well, it's good that he eats a lot of meat, but it's very overcooked. That's typical in Britain, but you destroy most of the nutrients by cooking it. The protein also, which the bodybuilders are fond of. And then you also have the rice, which, as I said before, has arsenic. It's just inedible seeds. You cannot even eat them in their natural raw state. It's famine food. People only used to eat little seeds during famines, not to die, to get some sugar out of them. Now he eats that as if it's normal. And cucumbers? I don't know why. Cucumbers just have water.
Orange juice and my milk. After this,
If it was raw milk, that would be better. I'm sure that it isn't. And the orange juice, if it was raw, yeah. It's just all packaged, pasteurized, cooked to death food.
only got one more meal left, which is just my pre-bed. But it's about like 6 o'clock now, so I'm just gonna have this, and maybe in like 2 hours time have my pre-bed. Normally my pre-bed at about 8 o'clock most nights, just because I'm getting ready to go to bed for about 7:30 normally. But yeah, just gonna have this now, and then I'm gonna go on Xbox for a little bit. I think I'm gonna be going on like Roblox Squid Game with some people from school tonight, so that should be quite funny. So, just having a pre-bed now. For my pre-bed, I'll have some Nutella bagels. So I'll get the Nutella out now.
Nutella also has seed oils inside. It's a slime with sugar, which will cause, again, atherosclerosis. It's absolute slave food. His diet overall is very bad. Ugh.
In the toaster, and then I'll also have some roasted peanuts. These are...
Again, peanuts have seed oils, obviously, inside of them. Not fat, as a lot of people would say. Probably also some salt or whatever added to them, because you're eating legumes. They are not appetizing.
Favourite, like type of peanuts. With that, I'll also have a protein shake, and then just like the rest of my vitamins, stuff like that.
What vitamins are you gonna be taking? I wish he would show that.
So, tell you what, actually, I'll make my protein shake now while I'm waiting for that to toast. Just making my protein shake now. I've got my...
If you ever wondered why the packages of protein shakes are so big, it's because it's just waste products. Literally, that's it. And besides that, there's also, like I said, microplastics and all kinds of toxins inside of there, just because of the process, the way it's created. Kind of similar to supplements in a way.
Protein, vanilla, just nice, simple, just the one scoop.
That's why it's white, by the way. It's bleached also.
No creatine in this, because I already had a scoop of creatine earlier when I had my ears.
Creatine is super poisonous, as I have shown already before in the Paul Stelladino video.
Maltodextrin. I didn't video that, but while I was in the gym, I did have some EA's maltodextrin and some creatine in a drink just for some like carbs and energy for my session. So that's where I got my creatine earlier on in the day. So just take the one scoop of this, just down this, and then I'll have my nuts, my bagel, and those are the tablets. And then for the tablets, I'll have my essential omega-3s, I'll have my zinc and magnesiums, and I'll have my daily multivitamins. I have these before bed every night.
The multivitamins are for sure extremely poisonous because none of those are actual vitamins, obviously. I have videos about this topic. They come from all kinds of different sources. Vitamin D comes from irradiated vegetable oils, creatine, which is what he mentioned before, comes from petroleum, and so on. I'll link my video about it. None of those are real so-called vitamins. That's why they have an LD50 value, because they are all toxic. Maybe the minerals could be different. I wouldn't take them anyway, obviously, seeing as I would just be eating a natural food, but the extraction process will be toxic anyway. Even if those would be real minerals, they would still be poisonous just because of the extraction process.
Yeah, these are just like the classic things I take.
I am predicting, if he's going to continue like this, really bad gut problems from his diet, and also this. A destroyed gut microbiome leading to depression, eczema, candida overgrowth, dry skin, all of that. Very typical. If he eats like this, grain sludge, peanuts, Nutella, seed oils, toxic vitamins, pills, waste products, which he calls protein powders, yeah, it's done. Totally gonna regret it in a few years already, because he's gonna feel really horrible. If you would do all of this eating naturally, it wouldn't be that bad. You wouldn't notice that many side effects, because when you eat natural food, you can deal with stress a lot better.
There you go. That is my full day in the life on like a bulk while at school. I'll put all like the macros and calories of every meal on screen now. But yeah, hope you enjoyed the video. Make sure to like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you in a bit.
Alright, let's sum it up. He consumes seed oils, toxins, and carcinogens. Same thing essentially. In the morning, then he goes to school to get brainwashed in a red brick building, I assume. Then he walks back home and there's red brick buildings all around him. Lovely. Usually with a gray sky, 99% of the year. Then he eats more seeds made into circles, some kind of forms, because you can mold seed slime into anything you want, seeing as it's slave food, which was only eaten during famines. He overcooks all of his food, destroying most of the nutrients, consumes a lot of just toxins and seed oils, a lot of slime. Really typical bad British diet, which always leads to the same problems: a destroyed gut and a destroyed life. Absolute depression. He's stunting his growth and development because he goes to the gym, seeing as his hormones are being used for the muscles, which he will stop eventually anyway. It's pointless altogether. Yeah, this can only end bad. Will Tennyson is his idol or something like that. I would think that if I was 14 and I would look at Will Tennyson, he's what, around 30 or something now, looking at such a aged face, such horrible dark eye circles and under eye bags, I would think, no, I never want to look like that. And if you start at 14, you're gonna look like that when you're 20, 25 already. Really, he already looks exhausted. That's clear as day. And this guy will influence others to do the same. And as long as these bodybuilders don't come out and complain about the health issues that they have, and they have tons, then why would anybody stop listening to them? Because they just put on a fake smile and keep acting like everything is okay in their videos. Thanks for watching.